Hey, so today I went to the health department, a clinic in my local area. Basically, this is my post video. I recorded the visit. You can't see any faces or anything. You just hear voices. Them speaking to me, denying me services, really, for STD treatment, rape treatments, and everything. At the end of the visit, after I told them that I was going through vaginal irritation and everything else, at the end of the visit, all they wanted to do, because I haven't been sexually active in 5 years, willingly, I told them that I have been going through rape situations occasionally, doing doctor visits and assessments, coming up with STDs. I told them of all these different things that pretty much was taking place with me, and now I'm dealing with vaginal irritation in the area, in need of health treatment, in need of checking for STDs or any other thing. I can't tell you how many times I went into the doctor with an enlarged vaginal area. I did not douche. Usually I douche every week. This week I chose not to douche at all. I chose not to do any real maintenance other than washing and cleansing the area. Last week I also tried using basically an over-the-counter yeast infection medication to see maybe it's just a yeast infection, but I can't tell you how many times I go into the doctor and I end up with trichomonia, syphilis, or some crazy disease that's related to sexual activity, but I'm not sexually active. I haven't been sexually active for 5 years, which actually states as evidence that I had to be raped. And these rape situations have become out of control. I have reported to hospitals and say, look, I have been raped. I mean, there's no possibility that you can tell me when you can stick a whole pap smear up my vagina that I haven't been raped or I haven't dealt with a rape situation. And basically now I'm being denied services. Like if I go into the hospital, they don't want to give me the medication. The last hospital that I went to, I was so hurt because I went into the hospital, not this last one, because the last hospital I went into, I was basically breaking out, which was like a week ago here in the local area. I was breaking out with a rash all over my skin. And basically I thought that I had trichomonia still, but I wanted them to diagnose me and see what I had, and they were like, okay, well, what we're going to do is just going to treat you as a bacterial, fungal, and everything type of infection. But my skin is still breaking out. I'm still going through the rashes. I'm still going through the break styles. I'm still going through so many different things. Discharge. I'm going through so many different things. Even after they just did a regular treatment for like a staph infection or something like that. So I went to the health department, to the Florida Health Department, to get a vaginal exam, to get checked for STDs, to get tested, because I know that basically that may be a contributor because I go through rape situations off and on. So as I report in, I sign in and everything. Then I start recording. As I'm sitting in the waiting room, I started the recording, which you'll see here on my YouTube. I started the recording to show you guys what we go through as women being raped, as we go through as victims right here in the state of Florida and Palm Beach County. I want you guys to know what we go through, reporting and not getting the proper care, services for rape victims, not getting the proper care and services for victims at all. And here I am, a woman that has been 5 years unsexually active, not having a boyfriend, not dating, not having sex at all. It may be 5, 6, 7 years, I don't know. But hey, I'm counted as 5. I'm even giving you less time than what it really is. And going through rape situations, like I have been to the gynecologist, and the gynecologist is like, yeah, you got trichomonia. I say, how do I get trichomonia and I'm not sexually active? Oh, well, you got it. That's a STD. You have that. You have this. That's a STD. How did I get that? You know, I'm not sexually active. I'm being raped. You know that I'm being raped, but instead of you actually divulging the fact to the public that I'm being raped, you sit up there and you tell me, oh, what we're going to do, we're going to give you some condoms and you can come back and check us later. Notify your partners too. As if it's to say, okay, well, you're sexually active. And I can't tell you, I remember being 11 years old receiving a Z-Pack at like 10 or 11 years old, which says that it's like chlamydia or gonorrhea or syphilis or something like that. And I received that at 11 years old, and I wasn't sexually active at all. The woman goes to do the examination on me at 11 and says, oh, well, we see bacteria. And at 10 and 11 years old, I was being raped and didn't even know that I was being raped. And she could not even put the pap smear up in me. She used a Q-tip and say, sweetheart, you have an STD. And I'm 10 and 11 years old. I wasn't even sexually active. But this is what we go through here in the state of Florida, and it's starting to become more and more popular because our people don't care. So they're going to tell you, say, oh, you got a yeast infection, you got a bacteria, and the doctors cover it up, and other people aid and assist in this type of abuse of our United States citizens. So I'm posting basically the doctor visit, and this is basically my post response to it, which I am very angry, but I trust in God and stuff like that. You will have to watch through the whole video. You can fast forward it. I've just posted it in its entirety and stuff like that. You got foreigners even in there talking about how unfair it was to them, welfare, Medicaid, and all kinds of stuff, as they're talking in a foreign language. You have so many different things that are going on in that area, in that waiting room, as I'm waiting. And it's just like me and one other person, which I'm African American, and she was white, and she was the only one who could actually speak English. The rest of them said, oh no, we're Haitian, but we understand Spanish, but we don't understand English. And it was crazy. And then you had one Hispanic woman in the corner who basically was off to herself, looked like she was being abused badly. And you got posted all around human trafficking signs everywhere with phone numbers and stuff like that, which, you know, for us, we start to really think that they're going to do something about human trafficking when, to be totally honest, with what you see that actually takes place in the video with me shows you that they're a part of the human trafficking issue. And there is no place here for us to report. Hopefully you guys are watching it so that it can actually get out and actually go viral and actually get some help down here in the South, because obviously the South think they can do whatever the hell they want to do instead of what they're supposed to do.